Hey everyone, it's Nathan Orenstein from The No Show here to talk about Todd Phillips' Joker. Joker stars Joaquin Phoenix and is written by Todd Phillips and Scott Silver. Right off the bat, I want to remind you guys that this is just my opinion, and that being said, some of the sentiments expressed in this review might be a bit unpopular. With that being said, let's get into it. Joaquin Phoenix plays Arthur Fleck, a socially outcasted individual who works as a clown in Gotham City. This is a Gotham City that's wrought with political and social upheaval and that lacks any sort of leader to fix the situation. This is a grim environment, one that's fit for an origin story about one of the most intriguing villains of all time. The overall atmosphere of Joker is brutally tense. This is a film that grabs you right away and never really lets go until the end credits roll. Even moments of levity feel incredibly uncomfortable, as there's always a nagging feeling in the back of your head that something isn't quite right. This suffocating atmosphere is almost single-handedly created by Joaquin Phoenix's looming presence over every scene. It's no secret that Phoenix is one of the greatest actors of the 21st century, but his performance as Arthur Fleck here is truly something else. There is so much nuance to this character that it genuinely blows my mind that a single actor could capture this so well. Fleck is not a mentally healthy individual, and this becomes increasingly evident as he stops taking his medication. He's also afflicted with a strange mental condition in which he spontaneously bursts into maniacal laughter. But it's his social naivete that provides the most discomfort throughout the film. Arthur Fleck is not a generally accepted member of his society, and any scene involving any sort of social interaction is automatically much more tense due to this. Phoenix wears the emotion of the character on his face so well, and his body performance is just as impressive too. Seeing that Joker is entirely told from the perspective of Arthur Fleck, Phoenix does such a great job that you even feel horribly for him for a lot of this film. Without Joaquin Phoenix, Joker probably falls flat on its face in all honesty. But Phoenix's masterful performance as Arthur Fleck isn't the only part of Joker that makes it so unsettling. The score is nearly flawless here too. It captures the insanity of the film so perfectly, mirroring the thin line between comedy and horror that Todd Phillips was striving for with his direction. It can be a bit excessive at times, but for the most part, the score is a perfect accompaniment to the events on screen. Combined with a drab yet equally bold color palette and a Gotham City that never feels safe throughout this entire film, the score is the glue that holds this incredibly tense atmosphere together. Now it's time to tear this movie to shreds. No, I'm just messing with you, but in all honesty, I do have a lot of problems with this film. Let's get the big one out of the way first. I think Joker takes itself way too seriously. Yes, I know it's supposed to be a serious film. And yes, I know I just spent the first 2 minutes of this review gushing over how great the incredibly tense atmosphere is. But this goes beyond that. For one, I really hope you like close-ups and slow motion because there is a whole lot of this in this film. And I mean way too much, to the point of overkill. The same can be said about the use of Arthur Fleck's maniacal laughter. The first few times, sure, it's incredibly uncomfortable, but once you get into the swing of things, it honestly becomes kind of annoying. This really is a shame because the effect is incredibly powerful when it works, but its overuse just takes a lot of that power away. Another problem is the acting, minus Joaquin Phoenix, of course. Aside from maybe a few other actors, I found the performances to be unnecessarily dour in an already really tragic film. Maybe it's the fault of the director Todd Phillips, maybe it's purely the actors, but it genuinely felt really clumsy throughout a lot of this film. It doesn't help that a lot of the dialogue is just plain silly at times. No, I don't think this film is overtly political like the media really hyped it up to be. That being said, I do think that a lot of the writing here is just too much. Arthur Fleck in particular has a whole bunch of eye rollers, and it really takes a lot of bite out of this film. Another note concerning the writing, though more about the screenplay than the actual dialogue, I found Joker to be incredibly predictable. There was one plot point concerning his mother that I really didn't see coming, and I applaud it for that. But besides that, I didn't find anything to be too surprising, and this really took a lot of the suspense out of the movie. One final observation, not really a complaint, is that Joker is Taxi Driver. Like, you can compare the two films, and the comparisons are kind of insane. I'm not going to fault Joker for this, but I do think it's kind of funny. Ultimately, I thought Joker was just okay. As expected, Joaquin Phoenix as Arthur Fleck is absolutely brilliant, and his performance truly carries the film. The atmosphere is solid too, as much as the film tries to sabotage itself. The writing is unfortunately too predictable, and the dialogue has a lot of tacky moments. And all the other smaller things I mentioned too, though seemingly insignificant, they did start to add up and honestly really affected my experience. A lot of people are going to absolutely adore this movie, and hundreds of thousands of people already do. And I really can't blame them. There's a very entertaining movie through all this, just kind of buried under a lot of flaws that I couldn't help but noticing. At the end of the day, I'm going to give Joker a 6 out of 10. If you like the review, then go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you've seen Joker before, then go ahead and drop a comment down below telling me what you thought. And please don't crucify me for my opinions over this, guys. I've been Nathan Orenstein with The No Show. Thanks for watching.